Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, November 3rd, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am on the path of wellness, shifting my focus from surviving to thriving. I just knocked everything down with all of my hand motions. So here we are. We have so much to talk about today. I am really hoping that I remember to bring everything forward. So we're going to bridge Friday and Saturday in this scope because on Saturday at like 12 a.m. Pacific time, we have Saturn going direct. It has been retrograde since June, and it has been in the sign of Pisces since mid-March. So with Saturn preparing to go direct, we have a layer of responsibility unfolding. Now, part of that responsibility is how we respond to what the world is providing us. Can we respond in a way that is true to our spirit, soul? Can we respond in a way that keeps us aligned with our soul blueprint energy? So this is going to be the work moving forward, because now this is Saturn's third pass from 0 to 7 degrees in Pisces, bringing us the Pisces level, our lessons around spirituality, around working in our own personal flow, and wherever it is within our chart. So where does Pisces hit via your sun sign? Where does Pisces hit via your ascendant? Looking into that for yourself, and just finding that alignment in this. And beyond alignment, like I said, that responsibility. And it's not the responsibilities of the world. It's not about the shoulds. This is a deeper layer of like, wait, what did I come here to do? Who did I come here to be? And working in that alignment. So here we go. So that's a powerful thing. We have Mercury and Uranus building to an opposition. Mercury in the sign of Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus. Excuse me. I'm so excited. I'm inhaling way too fast. But in this opposition, it's just like that eclipse that we had last week, bringing us this oppositional polarity energy that we're being called to utilize together. Now, the challenge with Mercury and Uranus is that they're both very electrical. So this energy can tend to be very stimulating. So this may stimulate and trigger your fears. Now, at the same time, it also opens up our antennas. I believe that we are kind of human antennas that, like, every hair on us, every cell within us is like picking up the transmissions that are coming through from the universe, from the planet, from others, all kinds of things. We're electrical beings, the body electric, right? And so when these energies connect, we become super sensitive. Now, there's a lot of survival stuff up on the planet right now. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of, you have to see this my way or else you're a horrible person going on right now. And that affects all of us. We feel that. Even if you're trying to avoid it, we feel that. And so part of this lesson is Mercury and Scorpio, knowing how, when, where to provide yourself with the boundaries that you need to keep going beyond surviving into thriving, and knowing that it's okay to thrive. That's part of the Uranus and Taurus. It's okay to be okay in a world that's not okay. It's okay to find peace in a world that is not peaceful. It is okay to find pleasure in a world that can be very dark and depressing at times. It's okay to align yourself with these things. It's not bad, and it helps overall. This isn't about turning a blind eye to anything that's happening definitely not turning a blind eye, but we move better from our best selves. So be aware of these energies incoming on Saturday and working us moving forward. So for Friday, we have some grand trine water energy talking about feeling the feels. It's interesting because those Scorpio boundaries, again, are coming up as being very important. I remember going to one of my healers a long time ago, and it was when I was struggling with energy, as I tend to, and she was saying, she's like, you're a psychic sponge. You just sponge up the world's energies and think that you can and should heal them. And I feel like often when we have really strong water energy, beyond being watery and emotional, we can also be kind of spongy. And so be aware of your sponginess in this grand trine of water. Be aware as you're processing emotions that you may be processing more than yours, and also be aware that you do not have to sponge up everything, that you are not responsible for taking care of the emotions of your family, your friends, your lover, the rest of the world, whomever. All of us need to learn how to process our emotions. We're all a mix of the elements. So just keep that in mind for this watery energy, and just also recognize, again, your personal emotional waters may be rising in this energy and need some support. And we also have Venus making some really strong connections. Venus is connecting to the North Node in Aries. Venus is also connecting to Neptune in an opposition today. So Venus in Virgo, helping to keep us grounded, hopefully helping us stay focused on serving ourselves, body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart. And as we serve from that place within ourselves, overflowing into the areas that we are called to serve. I love the connection, even though it's in conjunct with the North Node, because the North Node is like, it's that, adage, put on your oxygen mask first. North Node in Aries is reminding us to do that. And like I said, as you tend to yourself, as you can then overflow, you will find those areas where you are called and beckoned to serve. Now, it's also interesting, like I said, that Venus is connecting to Neptune energy. So Neptune in Pisces, again, there's a spiritual energy to this. There's definitely a destiny piece when we have Neptune in Pisces showing up. And you may find some pieces of destiny unfolding for you. You may find some really interesting energies between that Saturn direct energy and this coming up. Again, look to that in conjunct with the North Node in Aries. Even though an in conjunct is challenging, put on your oxygen mask first. Tend to your overflowing cups. And then watch, because Neptune can get caught up in illusion. And while Venus in Virgo is aware, you want to stay in your awareness in this. Now, it's not to say that you can't dream a little dream. I'm hearing dream a little dream of me. It's not to say that you can't utilize your focus for some daydream, but just watch for the illusions outside of yourself, and watch how any illusion outside of you may be trying to manipulate you in this energy, and you may have to ground within yourself. The rest of the energy is the moon making all the connections. The moon connecting to Mercury and Uranus, building to their opposition. Moon connecting into that Venus energy that we just talked about, connecting into that Neptune energy. Actually, the moon will be connecting into Venus and Neptune right around the time that they reach their opposition. Watch where your emotional strings are being plucked. The media is doing that. And again, there are a lot of stories out there that rather than serving peace or serving solution, are pitting good-hearted people against each other because of semantics. Watch for that, and you don't have to engage in that. So just watch for that. Definitely plucking of the strings is happening. Speaking of the plucking of the strings and staying empowered in your emotions, the moon and Pluto will be the last connection of the day, and that is another opposition energy. So you can empower your emotions. It doesn't mean that you don't feel, but it also means that you are not necessarily letting others play on your emotional harp strings. I keep hearing harp music as I play this. And that is part of learning your personal levels of responsibility. So what are we doing today card-wise? We are slowing down and getting grounded. That will help in this Mercury-Uranus opposition. But even as we're grounded, we are doing the work. I love this traveling card that it's come up so much this week. We are dropping off baggage that we do not want to move forward with, that we can't take with us as we move and align more with the light. And part of that is some of the shoulddiness that the world is bringing. The shoulddiness and the comparison. Like I said, oh my gosh, there is so much out there. It's kind of horrifying how much good-hearted people are being pitted against each other because of it's things that are happening, but the narratives around the things that are happening. So, come back to your innocence. Come back to your light. Move from there. Don't compare. And if you find yourself getting drawn into that, what are you trying to prove? What is your motivation? And where can your energy better serve? All right. So I'm going to leave that here for today. Some interesting energies coming through. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for everyone. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.